excellent day for an exorcism.
Welcome to just another horror podcast.
I'm Ben, calling every Russian epic a coming.
I'm John. I worked at Burger King and I got some problems with his bullshit.
I'm Cobra.
It's funny that you both like really shitty movies.
There are no limits.
It figures it would be something like this.
Our nation, our ideal of vision.
Excuse
we don't want
me.
to just survive.
You know,
We want to
you look like your head
succeed.
fell on the cheese dip back in 1957. You're okay. This one, real fucking ugly.
He's an idiot.
Looks like
He
it.
was talking to me about poker the other day. He had no idea what the fuck he was
What's
talking
he
about.
like? There's two kings good, John?
He's like, what about this? Literally, this is how he put it. He goes, well, what about this? He's like, what if you get 3 5s and somebody has a king and ace king 5 comes out? I'm like, oh yeah, what about that?
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining in Baltimore.
Raining in Baltimore?
Yeah.
Maybe I should put off the riots today then.
There's a song by kind
You
of
don't want to get
gross.
wet. I think it was raining in Omaha.
No, Omaha's a song by itself. Raining in Baltimore is a song.
I don't
You're
know.
so emo, it's scary.
Why am I emo? Because I don't know the name of Counting Crows
Yeah,
songs?
that's exactly why. You say, ooh, I cut myself.
Yeah, cut myself.
Do you ever stop eating?
No.
That's all you do.
I'm gonna stop at Taco Bell on the way to the hockey game. So I shit myself in the second period.
I had to get breakfast. Now I gotta eat
Did you see
pizza
what I ate
bread.
for
And now I
breakfast?
gotta eat chips. Now
I
I
ate-
gotta eat crackers.
I
Now
ate
I'm gonna eat
spicy
Taco
chicken-
Bell.
I ate a spicy chicken sandwich with onion rings on top of the sandwich.
You're such a fat ass.
I know. I don't fucking care. Welcome to just another horror podcast. I'm John.
Cobra.
Ben.
Today we're doing another John Carpenter movie. They Live with Roddy Piper, Yokozuna, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Razor Ramon.
Don't forget Hulk Hogan.
Oh man.
Did you say
He
that?
makes a cameo at the end.
He does.
What? No, he doesn't.
This isn't Hellraiser 3.
What is Roddy Piper? Is he just a vagrant?
He is
Well-
a guy that had military training,
You.
went to fight a war,
John Rambo.
and now
Okay,
he's
he was
home,
picked up by a
and he's
cop.
down on his luck.
But that was classic 80s. Everybody was a drifter.
And the mills had closed. That's why Keith David was there. David Keith. What's his name?
David Keith. I don't know what his name is. Frank?
Isn't his name Keith David? David Keith?
What is it? Nada and John has a boner right now. Oh, that's when Roddy
Aw.
Piper has his shirt off.
This is, of all the songs in John Carpenter movies, this theme song is crap. It's like dun dun dun.
Yeah, but you gotta have. Is this the first score with a harmonica in
Might be. How come all the homeless bums in the world are expert harmonica players?
it?
That's all they have time to do is play the harmonica.
Right. They should be in Blues Travelers or something. I wonder if that guy was a bum and then he got famous. Well, he goes to this place to find a job back in the days before computers and Monster.com, where they just wrote it on recipe cards and pinned it to a wall.
And he's living on the street right now. Like, he has a night on the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he packs a
Where,
backpack.
now, where is this?
Los Angeles.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
You
They're
sure?
all LA, man.
This one is L.A.
I
They
thought
mentioned
was
it a couple times.
California for sure,
Yeah,
but
they got California license plates too on the cars. And he goes to his job place, and the lady is like getting information from him, and he's like, "The mill's closed down." And she's just like, "Oh God, kill me!
And then says,
You
"We
have no
can't help you."
jobs." Yeah, like, I'm glad you came in here and did all this work, but you
There's nothing
shouldn't have,
open.
because we don't have anything anyway. We should have just closed the place. So then he's walking around, and here comes the cops who will beat you for peacefully protesting.
there's an old black preacher, or
Yeah.
priest, who's
Blind.
blind and
think he's
speaking
blind.
dirt. What is he saying?
He's just
Dirt?
talking about basically the plot of the movie. They'll control you. The rich control you. More
Well,
and
there's
more
a-
people are getting poor.
Obey.
Well, there's a shanty town, basically.
He doesn't get there yet, does he?
Well, you're talking about the
Oh, he
television.
does walk by it. Yeah, he walks by the shanty town.
But you have the
I didn't think he gets to the shantytown until after the construction site.
Where he meets Keith David Keith.
David Keith David.
Yeah.
What do we call him? KD?
I have
KD.
Keith David
DK.
written down.
DK.
I have purple Keith David written down.
It is Keith David.
Yep.
Purple.
He's wearing a purple white beater. And,
I have this is the best ebony and ivory combination we've ever had.
oh my goodness. Why are the homeless so fucking paranoid? They're like, I don't like you following me. Well, I don't like going where people until I know who they are.
Yeah, if it's a place to stay, fucking take it. You're homeless.
Just.
And they have a nice place though. There's TV and
Well,
like tents.
I guess
whatever.
the TV, the homeless people, they're watching a television, and
the
a broadcast breaks into the normal news,
And it pisses off the mayor from Back to the Future.
but
There's
they
a bum in that movie too.
but they keep the bums, the people in the shantytown or whatever, they're watching this broadcast that's breaking into their regular scheduled viewing, but they started complaining about headaches. So if you're trying to warn people that the power elites, aliens, whatever, are taking over, why are these people getting headaches? Have they not perfected the
Because
technology?
they're so used to what they're seeing that when you mess
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense.
And when this guy's breaking through and saying the message, there's one homeless guy that says, "Oh, it's just that idiot licking his nuts again."
The preacher, is he using the TV to like get the messages across with some sort of hocus pocus?
Yeah, because aren't they in
Whatever.
cahoots together?
He's
They're
out there
both
going,
in the-
like, moving
but they're
his
both
arms
in that
and-
church later.
Yeah.
So I think that they are together. One's preaching it, trying,
Okay.
and the other one's street preaching. I was watching this movie, and there was 3 things I feel like Rowdy demanded. At least 10 flannels.
Yeah.
A fucking comb to fluff his mullet.
Epic.
Those are sweet
Epic.
mullet.
And he said there better be titties somewhere in this movie.
Oh, I'll get there. I'll get there, Rowdy.
Bam!
Did you notice his flannel wrapped around his waist looked like a kilt?
You know who
He's
would have
so
been better
good.
in this part, though?
Nobody.
Brett the
Russell.
Hitman Hart, 'cause he's always wearing sunglasses, so it would have made sense.
But then his wouldn't be special. How would you get his?
Because he always sees the world the way it is.
Yeah, but can you imagine him trying to put someone in the sharpshooter?
No, I didn't actually think of that, no.
I never liked Brett the Hitman Hart.
I did when I was a kid, because I was a sucker for whatever they
Canadians.
portray as good guys.
You know who was better?
Who?
You knew who was one of my favorites?
Who?
Besides the Ultimate Warrior, because that's like everyone's
That's- yeah.
favorite. Mr. Perfect. I love Mr. Perfect.
I like Razor Ramon a lot. I thought he was great.
The razor's it.
Yeah.
Hey, Chico. Flick that toothpick right in your face.
Imagine if instead of Roddy Piper they used Yokozuna for this part. How much better of a movie would it have been then?
We brought up Yokozuna while you were gone.
He just wanders around in his thing, just stomping around,
His
weaving
thing.
back and
Do you
forth.
mean his diaper?
His diaper, yeah.
Did they call it his diaper?
Yeah.
Or the Undertaker could be in it, and fucking Paul Bearer could follow him around the whole movie.
Oh, yeah!
You see some people going into a church, and
He's very
He hears
observant.
singing
Yeah.
from the outside.
but he's like, "Oh, you were in there till 4 a.m. How could you?" Like he was all upset that they were in there.
Choir practice gone late.
Ooh, till 4, huh? Why do you fucking care? Go back to
Yeah.
work. You're supposed to be working here. You're not supposed to be fucking around.
He believes in America.
Yeah.
Do you think he has a family and kids? Do they ever say anything
He has
like
a
that?
he has a wedding ring on at one point.
I saw that.
At one point, it
Yeah.
just appears.
Yeah,
But
I think
he
it does.
quickly was gonna fall in love with that one lady, so
Oh,
I
very
wasn't sure
quickly.
And
what.
this is my
he
future wife, Lisa.
So fucking pussy whipped in this movie.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to think of that because I did see the wedding ring and I thought, did he just not take it off for this scene? But
Is that before or after she elbows him out the window?
I have problems with that. But we'll get to that.
Could anybody other than Roddy Piper survive that fall?
No.
Kurt
Except
Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Arnold Schwarzenegger from Commando, he falls like off a plane or a helicopter like 80 feet to a swamp.
What about the main character from Darkness Falls?
He
Could
could.
survive it, no problem.
He did
That
survive
banshee
it.
will get you tonight when you're sleeping. Did you lose your last tooth?
I think Frank knows what's going on and just doesn't care. He does not want to be part of it.
Well, no, because he
Oh, the
claims
black guy?
Because he's like, look, I just want to work. I
He
don't
said
want
that-
to know.
he said he had a family in Detroit.
Yeah, a kid, 2 kids and a wife. Or was it a kid and 2 wives? And he says, look,
Mules.
man, I just want to work. I don't want to get involved. So I think he knows something is going on, but he doesn't know what it is. And then out of nowhere, the fucking government shows up. And you know what's really strange about this is he's looking through the binoculars for what seems like 10 straight fucking hours. At
Yeah,
his
they
church.
really stress how he got those binoculars.
And then
Off that kid,
it's totally silent. And he looks up, and all of a sudden the fucking helicopter like materializes. It's like, brrr. Just how do you not hear
like
that?
the last broadcast, dude.
Oh yeah, like that guy from the last broadcast just shows up.
What a good movie.
All these they smash the whole little living establishment, and what's funny is
the
like,
homeless
they're
shelter.
screaming and crying, and like Roddy Piper's just walking around with a smile on his face, like.
I knew it'd be something like this.
So the next day he goes and finds those glasses, right?
The black priest was getting billy clubbed.
Oh yeah.
When he
man,
was
he got
walking away,
thumped.
the black priest and there was one other guy,
Is
the
this
TV
Baltimore?
guy, the bearded TV guy. Yeah.
Dated reference.
Wow. Way
Can't
to stay
listen to this show
current.
in 2 years.
Way to stay current, baby.
This construction site.
Just hires any bum who
Are
walks
they?
in.
Yeah. Well, no.
That is not a union.
Because doesn't he say the Roddy Piper asks about a job, and the guy says something about
This
unions.
is a union job.
Yes, the union job. Then he basically takes a job as like a gopher, I assume.
The only scene I see is he's digging some pipes in the ground, and then he's like sitting
Is
shirtless.
he shirtless?
But then-
and do
but-
you love it?
But like,
course I do.
is that
Of
the
course I do.
same? Is that the same job that's Keith David Keith, whatever?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're both working at it.
Okay, are they that same gopher job? Because I thought if you're a union, you're making livable wages.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why
This
are
couldn't
they
have been
just...
a union job, could it?
No,
No.
they're
No.
living in shanty towns. Like that's. I
How
kinda
long
was
has
Is
like,
it
Keith
because the
David
cost
been
of
there, though?
living
He
in
might only
LA
been
is
there
so
2 days.
high that like even when you make livable wages, you don't have enough money to do anything?
I'm not sure.
Because Keith David just maybe drifted in town the day before, and maybe they don't have a full paycheck
I
yet.
shouldn't have to
could be.
think of that.
I
Why are
don't
you
want him
trying
to
to
go.
take
I
points?
really don't want him to go any more in depth about what
Listen.
job they're doing.
I'm just
You're
saying,
try-
if it's
listen,
a union job,
You're trying to take points away from this man movie. Stop being a and enjoy it. This is a man movie.
It's very
yeah,
much.
it is.
Which is probably why my wife kept being like, "Stop laughing, it's not that funny."
Rowdy Piper in itself is funny.
Yeah, just him trying to act is really, really
It
ridiculous.
was rough.
You know what? He did not actually come out in his Roddy character until
I think until he starts fighting.
there's 1 hour and 4 minutes in. He like got into a rant. He was talking to Keith David, but he got really upset. And he was like, and it was like just like Rowdy would do on WWF. 1 hour and 4 minutes in.
So he has the glasses. He puts them on, and everything is in black and white. Subtle, very subtle.
And certain signs are there that aren't there.
I'm just saying, like, they put it in black and white because they want to be like, this is how you see the world, in black and white, not in gray, not in color.
Yeah, but-
It's black and white.
Doesn't that take away from the message? Because I feel like the argument Carpenter's trying to make is that the world's not black and white. It's much more complicated. But yet he's having you see the world as black and white. And
Yeah,
that's
why
what's-
did he do that?
And that's what's bringing.
He should have made the movie in black and white, and then he puts the glasses on. And
There you
see
go.
in
He sees color.
It would have made more sense if that's the message he was trying to create.
He has no idea what we're talking
I
about.
don't
Look
know.
at him.
I got more complicated shit for you later.
Oh,
during the fight.
God.
The best part of the movie, the part
Can
that
I
you love
just
the most,
enjoy this?
I'm going to ruin for you.
You can't ruin it.
I bet I
I'm
can.
curious what you think the most entertaining part of this movie
The
was.
fight, gotta be the
Oh,
fight.
that's
Why you
right.
And I'm gonna ruin it.
Why are you gonna ruin it?
Oh, yeah.
South Park ruined it.
This whole thing is just a joke. Like, he's walking around, he can see all these people, they're aliens, everything says obey, and he starts laughing. He just found out like half the world is populated by aliens, and he thinks it's fucking
You know what's
hilarious.
so funny?
Creepy
That
effects,
I
though.
think somebody says that it's about 1/4. I think the guy later on that they find that's giving them a tour.
Yeah.
He says about 1/4 of the the world is populated. It looks more like half. You're right. There's a lot more aliens, I think, than.
Well, apparently
1/4
major
of the
cities have more than.
So,
Would Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania have 50% aliens? Probably not.
They probably
Would-
already
would a
do.
major
Yeah,
city
there's a lot of
like
freaks there.
Washington, D.C., they might have more.
Depends on
But
the
if that's the case, then probably 50% of the world will be populated because the bigger cities, that's more people.
This is true.
I
So
don't know.
smart.
I'm a genius.
They mention that it is worldwide, though, because they do mention that there's people rising up and fighting all over the place. They're like, bunch of crazies or something like that. Because we know, when you're a homeless bum, you're also a wise old sage.
Of course, you have to be.
Yeah.
Drifter, man.
But he's standing in a supermarket.
This is awesome.
And he sees this old woman, and he's like, what does he say that she looked like she put her face in? Some sort of dip.
Some cheese dip from 1956 or something.
Dialogue's not that great.
You look alright. You fucking ugly.
See, he's got his glasses on and he sees one.
Calls him formaldehyde
alien.
face. And,
Yeah.
It is so funny, though.
He's running, and he sees somebody putting some makeup on. He's like, that's like putting perfume on a pig.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So there's some cops that catch him in. Because
He
one of the women
clotheslines
talks into a watch like the Power Rangers. And
Yeah, they say like what was it?
Or the old woman actually that he called.
Yeah.
They give a
fucking ugly.
they give a
It was
description.
like, one can see.
Yeah, blonde sunglasses. So he's in an alley.
Shoots two cops.
Yeah, which are both
He
aliens.
clotheslines one first.
Well, you have to.
Yeah, that's when he starts like wrestling people, fucking fake punching them, and
Point being, he shoots two cops. They know what it looks
Everything's a
like.
fake punch. It's a movie on.
but like he
20
one of these.
24
Wrestling background.
24 to 48 hours later, he's back on the streets walking around like no cares.
He kills several cops in this movie, and he does not face any charges.
No.
He gets away with it until he gets shot.
He goes into a bank.
He goes into a
Pretty
bank after he
soon.
steals the shotgun from the cops, and that's when he.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Mama don't like no tattletales. I think he says.
Mama don't like tattletales.
He starts just blowing people up. Alien people.
Shooting people, yeah, aliens, and I put as usual. My wife doesn't want to hear about it.
And then after he blows a bunch of people away, there's this guy talking in his phone, and he's like, he's here in the bank and all this stuff, and then he just disappears. It's the first time we see an alien disappear.
Oh, yeah, he hits a button.
Like the Power Rangers.
And he's gone.
I can't help it. Shut up. Okay, so there's a random woman in a parking lot who was earlier in the movie on the TV. She was one of the models on the runway. Whoop-de-doo, I was paying attention. Next.
Good for you.
This is the woman that he meets?
Yeah, that's the woman he kidnaps in the parking lot. 'Cause I remember the eyes were all fucking weird.
Who's he kidnapped?
Some girl makes her take him back to.
Oh yeah, in the parking garage. Yeah, she elbows him in the head. And
Hits him over the head with a bottle and throws him out a window.
I have a problem with
Holly.
that. The strength that it would take to chuck him through a window.
After he's hobbling, you can just give him a little shove, give him a little help.
Would he just pop through that window so easily?
Yeah.
There's a weak point in every piece of
I
glass.
guess.
Right?
I just
Maybe
thought
he nailed the weak point.
the way it was
He's
shot.
not a normal human being. So
He's
The
a
way-
wrestler. He's
The way it was
on
shot.
steroids.
The way it was shot, it just looked like she was superhuman, or that she threw him through the window.
She also mentioned that she was gonna. I like that line. I'll see whatever you want me to see. I don't care if I actually see it or not.
Yeah, I was like, she's coming on to him now. What?
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. She's drinking wine,
She's getting in the mood.
but you could tell right away. Spoiler: she was not good. I mean, come on. Like it was blatantly obvious. She was not. Her blood pressure wasn't going up at all. She's being kidnapped. She's like, where do you want to go? All right, we'll go there. Whatever.
Like a
Later in the
drone.
movie, though, you do see she survives a crazy explosion, and you think, oh, she is good.
No, she was a little tanned after it, but she was all right. And then, yeah, her face is all red.
Holly pushes him out the window.
So he goes back to get
Wait, her name is Holly or Molly?
Holly.
Ollie.
I thought they called her Molly, man. She Holly.
He goes back to get more glasses because she threw his out or broke
He
him.
buried him
something.
in like a dumpster.
Yeah, and it's gone, so he has to climb into the back of a dumpster.
That's a bad scene.
It's stupid. He's having a shitty day, but he's like panicking. All that happens is he gets dumped like a foot
On
garbage.
Yeah.
Calm down.
on cardboard, did you
Yeah.
notice there was no food garbage in
Yeah, there's all
that?
these cardboard boxes. And
Roddy
then
Piper doesn't stand for
they
that.
drive away like it's dragging on the ground, and they're still like, whoa,
Yeah.
and they just drive away. It was dumb. So that's when he tries to get David to check the glasses or look through the glasses, and they just start beating the piss out of each
5.5
other.
minute
Okay.
fight scene.
Now it's great. And he gets hit in the balls 5 times in a row.
He takes some brutal hits.
Roddy Piper gets hit in the balls 5 times. He says, "You're gonna put these glasses on. You're gonna start eating that trash can."
It's a great line.
I read somewhere that this is John Carpenter saying that when the poor people should be working together to fight a common enemy, they're busy fighting themselves. And that's why he made the scene so long. Ruined?
No.
Okay, good. I thought that was really smart, if that is what he's saying. But I think somebody read too much into it.
This is he needs to make it more.
It's
in
a
your
wrestler.
face.
We have to have him fight.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he was giving like back suplexes and stuff in
I
this
have
alleyway.
suplex written down, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he finally manages to, after 5 minutes, incapacitate David enough to
Throw the glasses on.
put
him.
glasses on him and make him see everything. And yeah, he's like, life's a bitch. It's back in heat. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
That means she's real humpy.
Randy.
Yeah, it means life wants to fuck. I
All
don't
the
get
time.
it. What's that have to do
Life
with
wants
anything?
to fuck you all the chances she gets, and she does.
I guess.
Also, he gets
In
a
a bad
blood
way.
mustache. The mustache runs down his face or the blood runs down his face like a mustache.
Well, you notice
It's not good.
the end of this fight, they're both pretty
They're
tuned up.
swollen.
Yeah, and then within I don't know,
They're fine.
10 hours later they're fine.
They had bird's eye peas on their eyes, man.
Well,
Bird's eye
that's
peas.
okay. That's what cures them. Birds.
And then, for no reason I can think of at all, Roddy Piper starts talking about how his dad used to torture him just out of nowhere, and it sounded to me like the Joker's backstory. Like, I got a razor blade, rubbed it back and forth across my neck. Like, what the fuck is this? And then he's like, I ain't daddy's little boy no more. What the
Why? Yeah, when he said that, I was like, what? A 40-year-old man should never say daddy unless it's to a woman and you're saying, call me daddy.
Wow.
So they go to this meeting, and
You know what's so funny?
What?
I'm sorry, I just looked down at my notes and it says, looks like Baltimore, Maryland riots.
Well,
dated again.
yes.
Well, they go to some meeting with the A-team and a bunch of hippies, and
But they get a hotel room to talk about their options.
they don't really talk about much, though. They just
But
talk
then-
about how they're not daddy's little boy no more.
But the one guy in the rebellion somehow finds them at the hotel room.
It says there's a
Oh, yeah.
meeting.
What the hell? Like, that's convenient.
Well, apparently Los Angeles is a tiny town where everyone knows
Yes,
everyone.
It is.
And then everyone from the compound is like there, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're talking. They're having a really rough written discussion about what they're gonna do. Sounds like they're improvising to me, honestly. Oh wait.
There was no plan.
Yeah, they just had no idea what they were doing.
Oh, Meg Foster is the girl in this movie, and she is not pretty.
I kept putting, would I fuck her? And I'm like, I'm not sure.
You know what's really funny? I gotta tell this story. Bleep his name out, but she didn't want to be known for this story. But we were watching Lords of Salem, and Meg Foster is one of the witches in the beginning, and she's dancing naked. And Rob's like, is that Brad Dourif with fake little boobs on? So we looked it up and it was Meg Foster, and I'm like, oh my god, Brad Dourif with fake boobs dancing in Lords of
Meg
Salem.
Foster.
Why isn't that in a movie
Meg
somewhere?
Foster. Together, there are contacts that can help you see these
And are less
aliens.
potent because
Yeah.
the glasses are like coming off a drug.
And they're talking about how they're
Hurts.
recruiting. The aliens are recruiting people to be rich and just not talk about it. And you know what? Fuck mankind, man. I want the money.
I do too.
I would be all over that. I'd be
So
like,
be a sellout.
to what? Sell out to what?
You'd be that guy giving to the tour.
I'd be
Yeah.
the guy who gives a tour even though I have no reason to be giving anyone a tour. I've only been there 3 days.
It doesn't
Like,
matter.
I'm an
but he's
expert
got,
on this place. Come
he's
on.
got backstage passes though.
No, I believe that he tries to get on the stage and they're like, no, you don't have your pass, asshole. But yeah, that'd be me. I'd be like, cool, I get to transport everywhere.
There were
fucking
3
live
mullets.
rich. Yep.
In that one scene.
They're shooting the bad alien army men come in again, and start shooting everybody in the compound, and they don't shoot the girl, which again, if you haven't figured it out by now, she's not
She's bad.
good. But yet Roddy Piper is now pussy whipped, and he's like, I gotta go back and get her.
Even though he has a wedding ring on.
Yeah, which they show.
Maybe his wife passed away 10 years ago. I don't know.
Possibly.
Find a watch that opens a portal, and they jump in, and they're in a tunnel, and the tunnel must be in space?
It's a different area.
Yeah, they're like, it's a tunnel under the city, and then they're like looking at people getting transported like across the universe, which is fucking weird. And the aliens are like, multi-dimensional travel, you've helped us get really far in it, so you're gonna get more money, yay! There's like a party going on with rich people.
And they're all aliens, huh?
Yeah.
This is the movie that I have cops using the same thing Ghostbusters used to find ghosts.
Yeah, the PKE meter.
Yep.
Yeah, they're talking to each other on PKE meters.
Well, no, they're also it's the thing that they pull out.
The pack?
It's
the pack?
small.
The trap?
No, it like they pull it out to like do a reading. It's a handheld thing, and the little arms come out.
It's a PKE meter.
You said they talk into it.
They do both.
No, they talk into their watches.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have it in there. We're gonna put it on. We're gonna find out. They talk into PKE meters. They also use the PKE meters to do other shit.
All right.
I'm sure of this.
I'm telling you, they take something out that they took out in Ghostbusters to find
It's
ghosts.
the PKE. Okay, I gotta stop saying that. People are like, what the fuck? Why are you so sure that something's so random?
I just don't remember them talking into this device. That's all.
The guy who is running this party looks like Wilford Brimley. I was hoping it was, but it wasn't. Yeah.
I wonder if Carpenter couldn't get the real Wilford Brimley.
That's right. He was too big after the thing.
After
I'm
the
not working
thing.
with you ever again.
Whoa, Cocoon came out around this, so he's in that one.
He's probably doing oatmeal commercials by then.
He was way too big for this.
Yeah.
Right.
Cocoon and oatmeal commercials are big time.
I did not like Cocoon. I did not like
Wasn't
oatmeal
there
commercials.
wasn't there like a lot of old naked people in Cocoon?
Yeah, and not my
Semi-naked.
cup of tea. No, thank
Really?
you.
I'm pretty sure you like that.
So it's either I like men or old people in general, no matter what sex.
Is that true?
I don't know. You said it. I don't think it is.
But you're not sure.
I don't know. I have to go watch Cocoon and find out. Cocoon. Yeah, they got like some sort of travel where they can go across universes. The mayor from Back to the Future, is giving them a tour, which I don't understand why he's giving them a tour.
Why did he assume that they were collaborate?
Because they were there and he's a drinker, I guess. He's drunk. He's like, all right, yeah,
He's like, you're one of
I
us
just
now.
thought
yeah.
like they were dressed blue collar. Wouldn't you assume that they were lower class? Why would you automatically
Oh,
assume
he
they
even
were?
says something about it, as if they're like, let's.
Rowdy.
Satisfy
How many
Ben's
flannels
questioning.
did he wear in this movie?
I think the same one the whole
No,
movie.
he wore like a different one every scene. I'm telling you, one was like green, one was
Flannel?
blue, one was light green. Yeah, he wore 6 different flannels, I bet.
Oh wow, I did not pay attention to his
I
flannels.
didn't
enough.
pay attention
You're
to
too
that
bad.
much.
I'll go back.
You
I'll
didn't
watch
pay
harder
attention
next
to.
time.
You didn't pay attention to him unless he had his shirt off. That's why.
Oh fuck! I didn't even catch that insult. Oh well, he's a beefy man. What can you say? This movie reminds me a little bit of Network too.
I need to see Network.
You do.
I've
Get on
never
that.
seen it.
He won't because I said it's good.
No,
So.
I don't.
Well,
he
you like a lot of
wouldn't.
bad movies.
Well, I know that Cobra wouldn't see Network at all if you told him to, but
I think these guys are.
Cobra might uppercut you though.
okay.
These two are doing an alright job, but it's two guys against like an entire race. They're not gonna
Spread international.
They're not gonna get it done with a bunch of guns and shit. It's just not gonna work.
Small turn they might.
So they find Holly in this place dressed for work, and Roddy Piper is so fucking horny that he doesn't notice that she's dressed for work and working with the aliens.
My thing with that is if she was in cahoots with the rebels, I guess if you want to call them that, wouldn't they have picked her up at work? The elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But she's still at work like.
He
it's just a
didn't even
normal day.
question why she was there.
No.
He's just like, oh, it's Holly.
He's
oh.
like thinking with his dick right now.
Yeah.
That's why.
So Holly kills Keith David on the way up the stairs, and they find out the transmitter's on the roof, and he gets up there, and she's like, I'm still here, so he shoots her. And then
She shoots a couple of his.
She just shoots.
Yeah,
Cohorts.
shooting more people and people who just keep getting shot.
Yeah, the people
is all I
keep
have.
two at a time. They come around the corner and get shot, like the whole way up the.
The last 10 minutes of the movie.
Then we get a
people
bunch of
blasted.
PKE meters, and then he's up there and he shoots her, and there's two helicopters, and he shoots the transmitter and breaks it and gives it the middle finger before he dies.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on because I thought, wouldn't they just build another transmitter? But I didn't realize till.
Automatically,
It's like-
everybody can see.
Yeah,
now,
everybody
so.
can see what the aliens are, but
Couldn't they fight back, though? You know what I mean? It's not like they wouldn't go down without a fight.
Yeah, but they don't seem like an advanced race. I think that the reason they want everybody to be calm and cool and collected
Obey.
is because they're not good enough to destroy them.
Sleep.
Yeah.
like the right wing elite.
Unfortunately, yes. I think that's what that's about.
They're not smart. They just.
As long as you do what they say, they
Yep.
gotcha. But I mean, fight back, everybody! Fight back! Just don't do it in Mercer, because I'm too fucking lazy to help.
Carpenter's a hippie.
Carpenter can do it. He'll lead you. Go to his house. Ask him to help you. I'm
He's
not doing it.
smoking too much to help.
I'm drinking too much to help. And then at the very, very end, Cobra gets tits.
No reason whatsoever. They should
Not
be
at
in the
all.
movie.
Literally 36 seconds before the credits.
It's like, and then we see that she's fucking an alien, but she shows us her titties.
What's he say? What, babe?
Yeah.
Fantastic way to end the movie. I was smiling.
Yeah, I loved it. What'd you give this one, Ben?
I give it a 6 out of 10. Roddy Piper took a lot out of this movie for me. I have this theory. Well, I love the message in the movie, obviously the metaphor of, because it's, the definition of a classic is it's relevant at any, given time. And in today's world, like, this movie's actually, I feel, more relevant
Yeah.
than it was in the 80s. I mean, my God, he had drones in the sky before anybody even remotely thought that would be possible.
Police beating the shit out of peaceful protests.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
He's more like, what's that guy? Nosferatu and his predictions.
No, it wasn't Nosferatu. Nosferatu was a vampire.
Nostradamus. Nosferatu. Wow.
But
Max Schreck.
no, I was asking Cobra earlier. I looked some stuff up about this and like Roddy Piper's role in this movie, and apparently John Carpenter was at WrestleMania Part 3, and
I don't think it's Part 3. I think it's just WrestleMania 3.
no, it's Part 3. It's an act. But anyways,
You have some respect for WrestleMania.
That was when Hogan slammed the Giant, I'm pretty sure.
Was it
Okay.
3?
I think.
Oh.
point being, it says that that's where Carpenter met Roddy Piper and they talked about this role in this movie. But do you think it was written for somebody else?
Yeah,
Kurt
Yokozuna.
Russell. And then, like, for some reason, Kurt Russell couldn't do this movie, so they...
Because he was Japanese.
He was.
Roddy Piper just took a lot away from this movie, like, his...
What?
Oh, it was just
This
terrible.
is a
Oh,
B movie.
strongly
I think.
disagree.
This is a B movie, and his bad acting just enhanced it.
So, but I love the message, the metaphor, it's
You
just,
would
it's
like
more
that.
relevant today than it was in the 80s, actually. Yeah, 6 out of 10.
Okay, Cobra.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10.
It had boobs.
It had boobs. It's just an action, fun movie. It's like The Thing, but not nearly as good. I think his cheesiness in this movie is good. I like Roddy Piper. I liked him as a wrestler. I like this movie. David is... He's good. He's definitely good. Combination with him. Aliens I'm a little spent on. That's why it's not getting a higher rating. But other than that, yeah.
Alright, I'll give it a 7. I thought it was just a blast of craziness, manliness. Just way too tough for me.
We know.
But I like both the message and the absurdity of it. Like, he managed to, like, with that scene I told you that he was trying to convey a message. He managed to do it while also keeping it entertaining. He wasn't, like, heavy-handed. It wasn't, like, shoved in your face. But it was there. There was a lot of metaphors there. And it is more relevant now than it probably was in the 80s. Which a couple of movies are like that. This one and
Cemetery
V for
Man.
Vendetta and stuff like that are
Very
more
fragile.
relevant now than they were when they came out. So yeah, I still wish Yokozuna was the guy though, not Roddy Piper.
Well, apparently it was based on
A book,
a book, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in the morning. Yep.
Yeah, it was published in the 60s, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Cobra wouldn't want to read it because he doesn't read, but
That's
Is
why
there a
they,
book
that's why they
or a
made In the
movie
Mouth
on
of
it?
Madness into a movie, because there's some people out there, Cobra, who don't read. So
but I'm slightly
Because I
curious what the book would be like or the story
I don't
it
know.
was based on. But and I also have Keith David's character Frank Armitage is based on. It's a nod to Henry Armitage, which was a character in H.P. Lovecraft's.
I've never seen it done with short,
Hey!
but I think
No,
it
it's
came
a
out in
movie.
1963.
I'm just giving
Is
some.
it a movie? They made a movie out of it?
Yeah,
See if
there's
it
a
came out in
movie.
63.
So I'm just throwing out some
Look it up.
facts.
63.
I believe you.
Look it up.
All right. I hate having the internet at my fingertips. I'd rather not.
Yeah, the Dunwich Horror.
Then
was
you'd
made
never
in
know
a
what's
movie.
going on.
I have
The
no
Dunwich Horror,
I still don't.
1963. Does that sound right?
That's if you are right, I will be
You might be wrong.
floored.
Unmoved in one way or the other. What'd you say?
63.
Way wrong.
I thought so.
53.
You're going the wrong direction.
78.
70.
The Dunwich Horror, 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Wilbur Wheatley pops over to the Arkham Miskatonic University to borrow the Necronomicon? To borrow the Necronomicon.
Can you check that out in your local library?
Not steal
Wheatley
it,
isn't
borrow.
quite human. So after he's done summoning those demons, he'll bring it back.
Oh, thank
Just give it
goodness.
a couple weeks.
I'm just telling you what I found.
You can follow us on Twitter at horrorcasting. Email the show, horrorcastings@gmail.com. You can go on iTunes and subscribe to us there. Give us a 5-star rating. Here's the thing: if you guys want us to watch a movie, tell us, and we'll think about it. If you give us money, we'll definitely do it.
What?
I'm not gonna say it.
Do one more bleep. You might as well.
Yeah,
You're
go
first
ahead.
class.
There. Get a workout on that fucking button. All right, we will